half, the resistance gets doubled, right? And now the third one is temperature. The temperature is nothing but the resistance of pure metal increases with the temperature. What are the pure metals? If you take some pure metals is nothing but the copper and aluminium and silver. They are the pure metals. So if you increase the temperature, automatically it is going to be increase the temperature. And it is going to be decreases, it is the lowering the temperature, right? And fourth one is nature of material. The nature of material, in some materials have lower resistance, whereas others have much higher resistance. As metals like copper and silver and aluminium have very low resistance. It is having the very low resistance. And if you see the nichrome, it is having a very high resistance. So that is the reason we are using as making as the heating elements as the nichrome. The heating elements are toasters and electric ovens, etc. Right? Now we are going to see about the resistance and resistivity. So what are the differences between resistance and the resistivity? Right? Now we will see about the resistance and resistivity. We know about what is the resistance. The resistance is the property of a material due to which it opposes the flow of current through the conductor is called as the resistance. The property of a material due to which offers the flow of current through it is called as the resistance. You know that it opposes the flow of current. It opposes the flow of current through it is called as the resistance. The resistance of a conductor depends on its length and thickness. Depends on length. It depends on its length and thickness. Depends on its length and thickness, right? So by the Ohm's law, what we will write to find the resistance in the conductor? So we will take it as the resistance R is equal to potential difference by current. So it is nothing but R is equal to V by I. R is equal to V by I. And next point, that is the SI unit. What is the SI unit of the resistance? We know that is the ohm. The symbol is sigma, or we write as the ohm. This is the SI unit. The SI unit of resistance is ohm. Right? Now we will see about the resistivity. The resistivity is nothing but the resistivity of a material is the resistance offered. The resistance offered. The resistance offered by 1 meter length. 1 meter length of wire of material material having an area of cross section is 1 meter square. Area of cross section is 1 meter square. Right? So once I am repeating the resistivity. The resistivity is going to be written as the letter rho. The resistance offered by 1 meter length of wire of material having an area of cross section is 1 meter square. Is a 1 meter square. So we know so the resistivity is not depends on length and thickness. Not depends on length and thickness. Length and thickness, right? So the rho is equal to R into A by L. Rho is equal to R into A by L. And the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Ohm meter. So you write that symbol is ohm meter. Right? So if it is clear, means we will go for the what are the metals and what are the alloys and what are the resistivity of those values and uses. Now we will see about what are the resistivity values of those metals and what are the uses we will see now. So if you take the metals, that is the silver. If you take silver, this is the metal. The metal, what is the resistivity of this metal? And what is the use? So now we will see that. So if you take silver, the silver resistivity is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8. Minus 8. The uses are these contacts on small switches. So silver, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8. The use of the silver is contacts on the small switches. Right? If we take copper. So copper is 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 8. So this is the use of this copper is where we are using. It is the connecting wires. It is the connecting wires. So if you take aluminium, the value is 2.7 into 10 to the power of minus 8. Right? So where we are using this aluminium wires, it is nothing but the power cables. So we are using this the power cables. So we are using as the aluminium is the power cables. Right? If you take tungsten. If you take tungsten, the tungsten the value is 5.5 into 10 to the power of minus 8. So we know right in the lower classes almost we have studying about the tungsten. The tungsten used is the lamp filaments. This is the lamp This is the lamp filaments, right? So these are the metals. If you take alloys, if you take alloys, if you take nitro, if you take nitro, you take a nitrum, what is the value of nitrum is 100 into 10 to the power of minus 8. So these nitrum we are going to use as the heating elements. Heating elements. If you take a carbon, so carbon is 3000 to 10 to the power of minus 8. So we are using as the radio resistors. Clear everyone? So once again, just you can see that the silver and copper and aluminium and tungsten, these are the metals, right? If it comes to the alloys, it is a nitrum and a carbon. Now we will see based on the resistance and based on the resistivity, we are going to solve the numerical. So this question is asked in the previous exam. That is what will be the resistance of a metal? What will be the resistance of a metal wire of length is 2 meter? The length and area of cross section A is equal to 1.55 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meter square. If the resistivity of the material, the resistivity is nothing but the rho. So rho is equal to, the value of the rho is 2.8 into 10 to the power of minus 8. Right? So 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter. From this, we are going to find the resistance of the conductor. So we know that the L we know and A we know and rho also we know. So based on that, we are going to find the resistance of the conductor. So we know that the formula is R is equal to rho into L by A. R is equal to rho into L by A. If you substitute these values, you are going to get, right? So it is nothing but rho value is 2.8 into 10 to the power of minus 8 into 2 by, what is the A value? Is 1.55 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Right? So if you multiply these two, what you will get? 5.6. You are going to get, that is the 5.6 into 10 to the power of minus 8 by 1.55 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Right? So this 10 power minus 6, if you go to numerator, what is going to happen? It is going to get 10 power minus 2. Right? So here if you cancel that, what we are going to get? We are going to get, that is the 3.613 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Right? So if you want to write in a decimal value, you can take, that is the 0.03613 ohms. Right? So 0.03613 ohm. Right? So this like we are going to be solve the numerical. If they ask to find about the rho, or if they give the R, we are going to find the rho. We know that the formula about what is the rho value. Right? Clear everyone? Now we are going to see about the another problem. Thus the numerical is going to be sees that they give one resistance value, we are going to find the another resistance, that is the new resistance value. So how we are going to be find, right? So a 4 ohm resistance, wire is doubled on it. A 4 ohm resistance, wire is doubled. A 4 ohm resistance, a 4 ohm resistance, wire is doubled on it. Doubled on it. Calculate the new resistance. Calculate the new resistance of the wire. Right? So, if you read the question, you will come to know that when a wire is doubled, the length becomes half, right? So, if length is going to be increases, the area will be less. If the length is half, what's going to happen? If the wire of new resistance value is going to be doubled, its length is going to be half, right? If the area of cross section becomes double, the area of the cross section is double, right? And once again I am explaining this one. When a wire of a double, when a wire is double, its length becomes less. It means half, right? And area of cross section becomes double. The length is half, right? So L is equal to L by 2. L is equal to L by 2, and area A is equal to A. A is equal to 2A. So we know that the R is equal to rho into L by A. R is equal to rho into L by A. So what we are going to find now? We are going to find the new resistance value. So new resistance is R dash is equal to new resistance is R dash. R dash is equal to rho into L is nothing but L by 2 and A is nothing but 2A. Right? So just you can divide the R and R dash. So what we will get? R dash by R is equal to R dash by R is equal to. So this L and get cancelled, and this is going to be multiplied with this. What we are going to get? 4. So R dash is equal to R dash by R is equal to 1 by 4. So what we can write? So R dash is equal to R by 4. So we know that the first the resistance is they have given that is the resistance of wire is 4 ohms. So we will take that is 4 by 4. We will get as 1 ohm. So what is the new resistance value? Is the new resistance value is 1 ohm. The new resistance value is 1 ohm. Here everyone, just want to check. Now we are going to see about the combination of resistors in a series. So if the resistors if we connected in series, what's going to be happen, and what are the benefits we will see in this, and what are the advantages and what is the disadvantages, and the next one is the combination of the resistors in a parallel. So we will see now. If you see the combination of resistors in series is nothing but one to another, right? So that is the two or more resistors are said to be connected in series if they are connected end to end. So if you observe here, so from A to B has connected. From B to C was another resistor was connected. From C to D also the another resistors are connected. So it is nothing but the end-to-end connection in the complete part, in a complete circuit, right? Clear everyone? So here, if you see in the resistance, when it is the resistors are connected in series, the current is the same each and every resistor. Each and every resistor, the current will be same. So what is going to be differs here? The only the voltage is going to be differ. So each resistance is having the one resistance, potential value, that is the voltage, that is nothing but the V1, and R2 is the V2, and R3 is the V3. Right? So we can take as the V1 and V2 and V3 is the total voltage, that is the V. So here V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Right? By the Ohm's law. So we know that by Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Right? So V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. So we are going to take as the V1 is equal to IR1 and V2 is equal to IR2 and V3 is equal to IR3. Right? So now what we are going to do? So we are going to take as the V is equal to IR. So just you can substitute in that. So IR is equal to you can add this all. What we are going to get? IR is nothing but. So we are going to get, that is I1R1 plus I2R2 plus IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Right? So V is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Right? So here what we are going to take common? If you take common I, what we will get? So I is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Right? So here you take as the R equivalent. R equivalent is nothing but, that is the, now what we are going to find, that is the resistors are connected in a series. So V is equal to IR, yes, yes. So just you can substitute here, IRS is equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Right? So just you can cancel it. I and I get cancelled. What we will get? So RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this is the equation for when the resistors are connected in a series. When the resistors are connected in a series, RS is nothing but series connection is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Right? Here if you want to find the total resistance of two resistors, that is nothing but the, if it is two resistors, we will take as the R1 plus R2. Right? Here which is the constant? Here the current I is a constant. I is a constant. Suppose if you take the larger resistance having the larger potential across the conductors or across the ends, if the voltage across each resistance can be found by V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. Suppose if you want to find the voltage across this resistance, we are going to take the V is equal to IR. So we know the current and the resistance. So based on that, we are going to find the what is the V and what is the V2 and what is the V3 also. So now we will see about the combination of resistors in a parallel. Right? Now we will see about the connection, that is the parallel. Right? So if you see in the parallel connection is going to be connected if one end of a resistor is connected to another end of the resistor. It means it is the first resistor is going to connect to the second end of the resistor, and second end of the resistor is going to connect to the third end of the resistor, right? So if you see here is the resistance R1 and R2 and R3. This is not end-to-end connection. This is the one resistor is connected to the another resistor. That is the one end of the resistor is going to connect to the another end of the resistor, right? So if you see here the potential difference V is the constant across the circuit, across the conductors or across the resistors. The V is the same, but here the current only is going to be varying. So each resistance is going to be take the different amount of current. So it is I1 and I2 and I3. So here we are going to take the I is equal to, so I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. I1 plus I2 plus I3. So by the Ohm's law, what we are going to write? By Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. So by Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. I is equal to V by R. So here we will write I is equal to, so V by R is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Right? So if you take common here, what we are going to take common? V by Rp. So this is the equivalent resistance in the parallel. So V by Rp is equal to V by Rp. If you take common, what we are going to take common? V. If you take common V, what we are going to get? So 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Right? So we get cancelled. What we will get? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So this is the final equation with the resistors are connected in a parallel. Right? So here if you want to find the total resistance of two resistors, the total resistance of the two resistors, Rp is equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Rp is equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So here V is the same across the circuit. V is the same across the circuit. The smaller resistance carries the larger current. So smaller resistance. This is a very important point you should remember in this parallel connection. The smaller resistance carries larger current. Right? So this is about the combination of the resistors in a parallel. Right? So we have, for example, you will take as the home appliances or home, how we are going to give the connections to the switches and the fans, and if you take whatever we are using the electrical appliances, these are going to be connected by the parallel connection. If you see the series connection is nothing but, if you see the Christmas lights. If you take Christmas lights, it is going to be connected to the series. So if the series, what is the disadvantage, main disadvantages? If any one conductor or any one bulb is going to phase, the another circuit also going to be phased. It doesn't work. So here if you see in the parallel, so if you take for home appliances, if you want to all the fan is going to be rushed, the remaining things is going to be safe. Right? So this is the main advantages and disadvantages of the resistors is connected in a series and as well as the parallel. So in the next session we are going to see about the heating effect of electric current.